Welcome to Let's Save on a Teacher's Salary. Even though I'm not looking professional, we're talking some professional stuff. Firstly, I just want to disclaimer, this is not a career guidance video because I am not qualified to do that, but we'll just have a conversation about the situation. So should your child pick maths literacy or should your child pick mathematics? Okay, I'm going to say this so that I don't get in trouble when I say the bad things. As a parent, don't be too hard on yourself. You cannot tell the future, right? So just try to be supportive to your child. Try to impart your wisdom and your knowledge so that the child picks properly. And some children need a little stern push, so don't be too hard on yourself. Don't be too emotional about it. If the child really is like insisting and just being like, no, I'm not taking pure mathematics, it's okay. But these are the things that I think should happen way before a child gets to pick between mathematics and maths literacy. Did I forget? Okay, so one of the major things is your child interested in studying engineering? So I would suggest that your child picks mathematics. Right? Don't go for any kind of mathematics. Go for that one, the main one. So if your child is interested in engineering, just let that be the mathematics they take. Don't take chances on that. Another thing would be if your child is interested in becoming a doctor, a pharmacist, all these other health professions that require you to study to have mathematics, then pick that. All right, so when you're talking about support and imparting your wisdom and just parenting in general, it is important that you participate in your child's education. If you participate, then you know how your child reacts to certain subjects. For example, the senior phase, which is grade 7, grade 8, grade 9, I hope I'm not missing a class, is a very integral part. You need to be very aware because the child is doing all the subjects at once. And therefore, these subjects, as tiny as they are, as they're doing them in these grades, they will influence the child. So if the child has a teacher that they like in accounting, they might want to do accounting. If the child has a teacher they like, which is teaching NS, they might want to do physics or life science or all of that. So that becomes, if the child doesn't like the mathematics teacher, they might not want to take mathematics in grade 10, which is not a good thing. It's not a good reason. So if your child is struggling with mathematics, they might need a tutor so that they develop a better attitude towards the subject. Now, again, if your child does not want to take mathematics, it's okay. There are qualifications that a child can do after matric if they don't have mathematics. But in general, if your child is coping with mathematics, there's no need for your child to take maths literacy. Even if you know that child is not going to study beyond matric, it is not an excuse to say, okay, I don't want to pursue for higher education. It's not an excuse to ditch mathematics and do maths literacy. Now, if your child can cope with mathematics and is doing well in mathematics and they still don't want to do pure maths, then you might want to consider maths literacy and say, okay, can I give it a chance? But in that case, what I would do is I would tell the child to take mathematics, and in the first quarter of grade 10, if they still don't like it, then they can change to maths literacy. The reason is because children usually do not know what the subjects are like in grade 10. They're just going by what they know in the senior phase. In the senior phase, the subjects are mixed together except for mathematics. All the other subjects are mixed together with others. Like physics will go with life science, and accounting goes with business studies, and economics on the same subject, even though they're studied separately, but for them it's the same subject. And you find that mechanical, electrical, civil, design, textile, and all those things are glued together in technology. So, even in the arts, performing arts, all these other arts, what are the other arts? They are all in arts and culture. So what the child doesn't know what they're really like living behind if they don't take a certain subject in grade 10. So when it comes to mathematics, I would say the rule of thumb for me, if my child was coping with mathematics in grade 8, 7, 8, 9, or if I needed to get them a tutor and then they suddenly had a better attitude towards the subject, even if I know they're not going to pursue education after grade 12, I would say take mathematics. If you struggle with it in the first quarter, then we will change you to maths literacy. Maths literacy will be there waiting for you, okay? Waiting for you to go and try out mathematics. If you struggle and you feel like, too much, then you change. Now, do not get yourself caught up in the bureaucracy and the politics of schools. That doesn't have anything to do with your child, okay? Do what is best for your child. Am I going to get in trouble for saying this? I'm going to repeat it though. For the parents, we're not talking about teachers. Teachers, I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking to you or about you. I'm talking to parents. If your child does well in mathematics, or if your child has an attitude that is okay to mathematics, I suggest that that child takes mathematics. Try it out. Try it out. And if the child is still struggling, changing to maths literacy isn't going to do even a dent to your child. Your child won't even care. They'll get past grade 10. They won't even care that they did mathematics at first. They'll be like, so glad I left out mathematics. I've seen it happen. But these children, they wanted to take mathematics, or at least even if they didn't want to, they now know that their decisions are right, because they've tried it and it's not, they know for a fact it's not them. Rather than a child going to maths literacy, going through grade 10 and enjoying maths literacy, getting like level 5, level 6, getting to matric, getting level 5, level 6, getting to level 7, and then realizing, I should have taken mathematics. You can't undo that. That you cannot undo. So remember, mathematics is a supporting subject. Okay? Maths literacy teachers, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to the parents. Maths literacy is a supporting subject. It's there to support kids who feel like they are not mathematics inclined, right? So they just, so that they can learn mathematics skills that will help them in the future, in their lives and in the future. Right? So that is what it's there for. Remember, before maths literacy was introduced, there was no mathematics for kids who didn't want to do mathematics. You just, we were left to your own devices, and you become an English teacher and you don't even know how to calculate percentages and averages and all of that stuff. We don't have that problem anymore. When kids come out and they're not going to take subjects that qualifications or careers that need mathematics, they still can function in, with the literacy that they have at work and in their personal lives. So now when somebody's saying, I'm going to give you 20% interest, they know what it means. Rather than thinking, it means I'm going to pay 20 rand. You know what I mean? So education does expand your mind and helps you in your daily lives. Otherwise, if I didn't have any education or any schooling at all, formal or informal, I wouldn't be able to do this now, would I? To summarize this video, I would say, I don't know what your child should pick. I don't know if your child should pick maths literacy or mathematics, but you shouldn't make that decision hastily. You should take time, study the situation, study your child, look at their homeworks in grade 8 and grade 9, look at how they are coping with mathematics, try to figure out if it's because of the school or is it your child. It can be either. Again, teachers, I'm not talking to you. It could be that the problem is in the school rather than your child. And here you are, sending your child to do maths literacy instead of supporting your child to do better in mathematics. I'm going to end there. And I hope this helps a little bit.